Dear Mahtab, we are live. The floor is yours.
Okay, thanks, dear. Okay, hello and good time, everybody. I hope that you're all doing great. This is Mahtab Karamati. I'm a skill development fellow in Women Ascension, and I'm glad to be your moderator for today's session. So it's such a pleasure to welcome you all to our today's mentorship session, which is part of our global mentorship series that brings voices and stories together from over 90 countries. So these sessions are more than just conversations. They are like the chance for us to reflect, grow, and support each other and becoming the kind of leaders in our communities. So let's talk about today's topic. Our topic is about bridging a generation for community wellness, mobilizing youth and elders in NCD outreach. So it's a powerful subject because it reminds us that real change happens when people come together, young and old, learning from one another, lifting each other up. So for our today's session, we have Miss Ongla Dani. We are so honored to be joined our today's session by Miss Ongla, a passionate change maker who brings both heart and expertise to everything she does. She is currently a Women Ascension Fellow. Also the country representative for country of Cameroon and also the national coordinator at Value Health Africa. Ms. Ongla has over 10 years of experience in corporate and social communication, strategic development, and project coordination. Ms. Ongla also has helped implement impactful programs for women's empowerment, health, and community development, including for internally displaced women in Cameroon. She has also worked with Jenny's constructive and multiple national organization, bringing together bold ideas and real world action. So today we get to learn from her lived experience and leadership. What we will explore by the end of today's session, we will learn things like build connection between youth and elders in our communities. We will understand and talk about non-communicable disease, or we can say NCDs, also, we will learn about how to use shared knowledge to drive change. We will learn join in meaningful community wellness efforts, and also make a lasting difference in people's life by starting with simple acts of connection. So, dear all, before we move to our mentors talk, just a reminder for everybody that feel free to jot down your questions or you can simply put that in the chat box. So after Ms. Ongla's presentation is done, we are going to open the Q&A floor so you guys can simply put your questions in the chat or you can just raise your hands and ask your questions. Dear Ms. Ongla, thanks for joining us to this session. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Masai. I'm very happy and very proud to be here today with you. Before I'm starting, I just want to clarify, it's not Dina, it's Diana. And the country representative is not me, it's Madame Kwo. I'm just a mentor and also a fellow. I just want to thank everyone. I also want to remind people here that I'm not a doctor. I'm what you are described in my profile. This is me. So when we ask the question, think about communities and about impact and awareness. So I will just say hello to everyone. And I want to welcome you to this mentorship session. As Mathab said, I'm Ongladian, and this session will be more a conversation because, sorry, I didn't get time to draw a specific slides. And as we are on Sunday, I will make an effort to make it simple and comprehensive for everybody. So as she said, today we were talking about a very important topic, which is how young people and older older people can work together to improve community health and fight non-communicable disease. We all know what is non-communicable disease. Um, we know that non-communicable disease is disease like diabetes, heart problem, cancer, mental health issues. They don't spread from one person to person, but they affect many lives. This is not only about health, it's also about working together across generation, about respect, care, and healing, and also is linked to our lifestyle. So let's begin together our journey. Oh, I just want to share with you this this small story, okay, to draw you a kind of example how young are really important for others. This let's talk about this young girl in a remote community here. We will call her X because we don't give the name. She noticed one day that her grandmother was not feeling well. She didn't talk much and stay home, get small fever, trouble. So after that, she bring her to the doctor for a checkup. And later, doctor found that she's have a high glycemia and and she also have a high blood pressure because of less awareness in her location is that community. She don't know anything about diabetes symptoms and starts learning this disease about this disease. She decided to help her grandmother by following Dr. Ivasis to join a community group and to learn how she can make to her grandmother a unhealthy food. Then step by step, she getting starts and start a small herd group in school to teach um, their classmates to know about NCDs and how it can affect other people. So this is the power of young people and elder working together. This is the kind of way that young people can bring together to that disease. So what young youth and elders can do. Young people and older people each have special strengths. Young people bring energy, new ideas, and know how to use social media and technology. Um, Old people bring experience, wisdom, and respect in the community because they have a lot of influence. So together they can make a great team. In some countries, like in Africa, we know that um, helping older people, young people have the duties to help uh, elders. When you see a grandma who want to cross the road, you need to take her bags and help her. If she have to take the stairs with heavy bags, you have to help. At when young people have specific problem that they don't understand, what young people do, young people goes to the elders to ask for advices, to understand the situation. Okay, so this is like this is mean sharing help everyone. This sharing help everyone. Now the emotional side, healing and connection. Working together also help us to feel good inside. Young people feel proud and trust. It means that when they have bring their value inside the community, they have an importance. People can say that no, they are not this immature, they are not immature, they are not immature. Um, they are not that kind of young people that they always smoke, only spend time drink, going to the nightclub. They have no interest. As elders feel valued and not alone, because there are some there are country that, not in Africa, there are country that when their parent become old, what they do is that they take him and bring him to the old house for to make them stay there, and another person they are keep them. And when they bring them in that kind of house, they don't go there to meet them. Instead, if in the community you take care about your old people, they say, oh no, you are here, us young people, we can go sharing things together. We have a good discussion, talking, and then it gives both group a sense of purpose and identity. Okay, sometimes young people who feel lost find meaning by helping their grandparent or by helping others, and others who feel forgotten become mentors. This is not just health work, it is healing hearts and builds some strong communities. Okay, now, if we talk about understanding, sorry, let's talk about understanding health system together. Health systems are often hard to understand. Older people may have trouble with only online health tools. Um, there are some communities where you don't have easy access of healthcare. Um, in that area, you need to walk a long way to access to health facilities. Now, how to have a doctor that can come every times, or you can say even 2 times a week, to come and check elders in this community. We need to have a phone. We need to have internet. We need to have access to some application. Our grandpa are not they don't they are not teaching to touch that phone with internet open. Like we have example of app, we have Waspito here in Cameroon. Waspito is a kind of mobile hospital. So you can make an appointment online, and then they send you one doctor to come and see to and check your health. So if your grandpa in the village don't know that, how can he do to get a doctor? If he's not feeling well, what happened? So it's that side. It's the other side. You have young people that is available for that. If you have your grandson at home, or if you have young people in the community, they can do that. You are also, young people may not know how to speak up at a clinic or in a health meeting. Why? Because they don't have enough knowledge about that. They don't hear anything about awareness, what they're supposed to have every time. When they have community meetings, they can have a group discussion about some health, that's non-communicable disease. They need to have like a small space where they can discuss about NCDs. What is the NCDs? What is the consequence? How can we avoid NCDs? How to protect elders, or how to protect ourselves? How how to know the difference between healthy food and unhealthy food? Um, what can we do, okay, to reduce the burden of NCDs? That's why we need to work together. Young people can teach elder how to use phone or app. What I say sometimes is not easy, because even here in town, if I just take the simple example of my father, when he use phone, this is very catastrophic. So even for a small app, is a very, very, very big issue. So every time I or one of my younger sister have to go and check and see what is the problem with his phone. So young people have to be there to help. And also, um, elders can help young people to understand their rights and how to speak with doctors. So they can they can only be supportive to young people and say that no, you are able, you are young, you are still have a young brain. So just ask for what you need. If you have a doctor who come like twice a week or 3 times a month, you can ask for having a specific discussion group, focus group discussion, excuse me, focus group discussion about NCDs, how to teach your community to be better, to have a good health by fighting against NCDs. So behind when you go, you know how to handle if there is any NCDs crisis. Okay, I don't say that you need to be an expert on NCD response or preparedness. No, no need. But only the small things, how to handle an emergency, okay, can help. Now, when you face challenges and how to solve them, when we face problem, people will not listen young people. Yes, sometimes they don't trust youth because they don't trust youth. They consider youth as unexperienced generation, those who are not focused on important things for their community, because they are a kind of image that they have already have in their minds about young people, and they have to organize, to arrange that image. Okay, young people have to be listened, because here we use this word in French, la jeunesse c'est le fer de lance de la nation. It means that the young is the youth are the next generation. And now you have this other people. This other problem is that elder may feel ignored. Why? Because when you say that, oh, that old people they're annoying me too much, always complaining that they are not feeling well. Oh, they always spend my time. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm tired. Just I want to live my life. I don't like old people are tired me. Even my parents at home, my parents out, they are tired me. Those people, oh, they are manage themselves. They don't need me. Okay, this is not the problem that young people have to arrange. They don't need to feel ignored. They need also to listen to their voice. Now, the program may not include both age groups. As I said before, we can fix it. Start a community health group with both elder and youth. So we can organize, like I say, a focus group discussion on NCTs. There are some programs here in some districts that we have like diabetes focus group discussion. We have also NCDs focus group discussion. Last time I run an NCD focus discussion. Inside, I have a lot of generation. You have young, you have kids, you have elders. Most of them suffering for kidney, other for diabetes, other for which is mental health issues, okay, depression. So it's possible to have it. We also share stories in public. Let's share together what our experience, share our stories, okay? Train both generations to lead together. Okay, every generation have something to give. Okay, we are not perfect. What I can give, I can't give, maybe the elders can give it to me. Okay, what you can do, our role and responsibilities. So, what is your role? What can you do? Whether you are young or old, you have the right, okay, you have the right to good health care. No matter what, you need a good health care, what we don't always have in our health system. This is, how can I say, I don't know how it's about in other countries, but I cannot say that is completely weird. But here, when you hear people discussing or saying something, they used to say, if you don't have money because of your health situation, you will die. You will die because it's very expensive. There is no way that we don't to have an insurance to cover your health situation is very expensive. This is a very, very big problem. So that we have the right to good health care. Okay, you have the power to support your family and neighbor. It means that if you have enough knowledge, even the simple one, you can be the one who can give the lessons or the advice to your neighbor. Teach him how to handle if there is an NCD's case in this family, in your own family also. Okay, you can know how you need that small thing to help you. So sorry, to help you to know how to avoid NCDs. You need to know what are NCDs, what the causes, but okay, how to handle, how to avoid, how to prevent, mostly prevent. Actually, I'm running a campaign with another organization. We are in a coalition for promoting healthy food choice. So we are walking around targeting some communities, and we go there to speak. Okay, this is like this morning I'm coming from here. Okay, this is my t-shirt, going there, spreading information around communities, saying beautiful choice matters, saving the next generation. What is unhealthy food? What is What is healthy food? How can we decide to say that today we stop eating unhealthy food? Okay, making the difference. Teach them when you go to the supermarket what I have to buy, what I don't have to buy. Stop drinking ultra processed food. Stop drinking juice with a lot of sugar, too much fat, too much salt, too much. Teach them. Teach them how to create a garden. Okay? Teach them how to create a garden in their house, in their compound, and putting a small fruit, even tomatoes, small salad. Okay? They can also go to the market, teach them how to eat veggies, teach them how to eat fruits. Learn. You can also learn what are the energy that a human needs, the necessary energy that you need to eat to be healed on her. Okay. So you can speak up to help stop NCDs in your community. It's not easy because people have already this habit to go and eat pizza, go and find for soda, go and find for beer or other things, or don't know what is a good fat or what is not a good fat. Okay, you have to make a research, We need to teach, to speak, have information, organize even a small sport activity between neighbors, or you have a group. You can say today, okay, let's make a small walk, even for 2 kilometers or so. Okay, we go there and we come back. You can do it even one times a week. Okay, let's work together with respect to each other age, needs, and ideas. Okay, now, sorry. Now, um, sorry, I think that I've gone for my presentation here. Sorry, gone very too fast. Sorry, everyone. Okay, this is what I can say. This is a small, we have to work together. Okay, and we can say as a society becomes strong when elders plant tree and youth take care of them. It means that elders prepare the place, and we just come and arrange what we call a legacy. So we have to take care about our legacy. Okay, we have to fight against NCDs because 70% of death is caused by NCDs. Okay, caused by NCDs. So we need to be careful. We need to know how to discuss in our communities. Always don't miss any occasion to any opportunities to talk about how to take care of your health. Avoid no obesity, no diabetes, no blood pressure, no cardiovascular disease, no mental disorders. Let's take care of each other's and being there for each other. Okay, that's what we are doing, planting and growing together. Okay, let's work side by side, young, fit, old, fit. Okay, toward better health, strong communities, and share hope. Okay, thank you, everyone. And this is just my small question to you guys. I I love to hear. I like to hear from you. What is one idea you have for connecting youth and elder in your community? How do you see it? What kind of activity you can organize to have to connecting young and elders in your community? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear Amila. It was really a powerful presentation. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas and expertise. So actually now we're going to open the floor for the questions, and we already have one question. So I will ask the question, okay? Like kind of read the questions for you, so you can answer
Yes.
them.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question is what are some key challenges in mobilizing these two age groups? I mean, old and youth people together, and how do we overcome these challenges?
Okay. The one challenge is this when we are talking about this bridge. Okay, the elders don't think that they have any common interests with young, as the young people don't think they have any common interests with elders. Okay, because this is two generations. Okay, and as we know, our elders, okay, have their past, and the youth represent the present and the future. And the present and the futures is kind of evolution. Okay, now we have youth AI, and our elders are still in on the paper. So when you say that, okay, the elders and young have to be in the same place, this is a very good challenge. What we used to do is, in our communities, we have meetings, community meetings. Okay, we can be target the right times in these communities. You know that between 4 p.m. okay, 4 p.m., like 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. No, they are quiet, they don't have anything, they don't have any responsibility. They are at home watching TV, chilling, taking times. Okay, you can say that, okay, you organize, young people can organize a small activity and invite them to be part of that activity. They can come there and say, you have to tell them that you will just come and share your life, share your experience, because other like when they are being valued. When you like, I always use like my father's examples. Why? Because my father is someone who likes staying at home. No one used to go out and work. No, 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 no. No, it's only when he have his appointment, because he's a chief. It's like he's a kind of king. So he likes to have his own appointment and go out and do. No, he always stay at home. But when you come by his experience and ask him, okay, Papa, tell me more about you. And what did you do when you was, what have you done when you was young? And what I tell me, explain me. There is his eyes shining too much because he say, hey, my daughter is interesting about me, my past. And this fact, we have this fact, sorry, in case of NCDs, my father is someone who are not like medicines. He used a lot of herbs, okay, because he say no, medicine have a lot of yes, so he prefer herbs. He can make a small infusion of herbs to drink and say no, he help him to reduce glycemia, things like that. He will sit down and start explaining to you. So if you invite elders, and you say that young have to invite elders to these small activities, they will enjoy, they will come, because they know that no, they are the stars of that event, because they will talk about their self, talk about their story, giving the advices, many things. Okay, if they are that, it's more easy like that. This is what I can say. I hope you are satisfied. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Okay, so the next question is like, how can we help those who are so used to lifestyles that are detrimental to them, but um, they have taken it as a culture. They have a certain lifestyle and taken that as a culture.
Okay,
How can we help them?
so if you want to mean if they already have their own cultural lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
That they not okay. What we can say is having cultural lifestyle don't mean that you can't take another cultural lifestyles. Okay, because you need the discovery is very important. You can bring him and say, okay, this is your lifestyle. Let's come join us and explain us more about your lifestyle. But here, I don't know which kind of lifestyle the person wants to talk about. Are we talking about healthy lifestyle in that culture? Because I know that there are some culture where they eat this, they don't eat this. This is a kind of health culture. Now, I don't know which kind of lifestyle culture he wants to talk about, because this is a large question. So if you can determine what he wants to understand clearly, because we cannot say no to something that can add value, okay, to what we are doing. Next, I don't know if
Okay, so that's great.
if the person is
So,
satisfied, okay. If not, it can make his
uh-huh. Okay, so that's great. Let's go to the next question. There we have a person who have
can
three questions.
reorganize his question.
Uh-huh. Miss Angela, do you have my voice?
Hello.
Yes, Angela, can you hear me?
It's cut a little bit. Please, can you start again? Well,
Yes,
fine.
so we're shifting to the next question, okay? Here we have a participant who have three questions.
Yeah.
I'll go one by one. So the first one is like, what are some easy and lasting
Yes.
ways we can bring youth and elders together more often to share their stories and ideas, especially to help them understand and prevent an uncommunicable disease?
Can you repeat, please?
Mhm. Yes, sure. So the question is like, what are some easy and lasting ways so we can bring youth and elder people together so they can share their stories and ideas, especially on non-communicable disease?
Okay. I think I already answered that. Okay. Um, as I said, you have you can organize in your communities a focus group discussion. I know that here in Cameroon, some locality have they have leaders, okay? They have community leaders. You can have what we call Jangi group. In that Jangi group, you meet more mothers, elders, women, and they used to have some kind of legacy in that Jangi group. One is that mama come with her daughter, and she see how the Jangi group working. Okay, and then one day mama can be sick, and the daughter can replace mother. So during that Jangi group, you can organize a focus group discussion on NCDs. It means that you can talk to the leader of the group and say, okay, this is my proposal. We can add a small change in this program. We can say, please please add like 3 or 4 minutes of discussion about NCDs. So after when they finish their Jangi program, at the end, they can take 3 minutes or 4 minutes to talk about NCDs. You can bring even one or two topic or you can decide to do it even once a month. Because I know that here in Cameroon, Jangi group is each month. Okay, it's each month, or yes, each month. So that month you can choose like this month to Mama Katerina, we can talk about diabetes. We go to Mama Elvira, we talk about mental issues, something like that. Make a promotion of healthy food choice, how to manage our health, and we can do it in many group community. You can just propose. I don't think that they will say no. You can propose. And there's some quarters events. You can probably have an event Like now, you can have an event in your community and say the coordinator of that event that, okay, you want to talk about NCDs. And then make sure that you involve elders in that event. Involve them. When you do something, always involve elders so that they can feel valued. Because if you don't give a value to someone, how do you want him to get interest on something that you say? Nothing. As more you value them, more they will accept you in their community. It means that tomorrow when you come and say that, okay, Papa, I know that you used to have a small activity in the community 3 times a month. Please, can you make effort to see your leaders and tell him that I will come in my group of friends? We are a young guys from this side and want to educate you on NCDs, because we know that this is the silent killer and we want thing change. I think you can succeed like that. Always make someone interest, give him value, respect him.
Yeah, that truly will work. And thank you for answering that. Look, before going to the next question, I would like to ask from the participant if you have any questions, like you can put that in the chat, and also you can raise your hands to have ask your questions there. Okay, dear Angla, the next question is like, as a volunteer, how can I support taking these youth and maybe elder-led awareness activities to more communities and make sure that the local people stay involved?
Mhm. Okay, now depend of, as a volunteers, what kind of activity are you doing? If you are doing, let's talk about climate change, environment, okay? You can say that, okay, you will see the leader of this community and say, okay, this is my idea. I am a volunteer. You present yourself. If you are working for an organization, you present your organization, explain what your organization are doing, and explain what you want to do by bringing all those together. You can propose like you want to organize a garden activity in your community, okay? You say that maybe two or three member have a piece of land in their house, or a chief or a leader of that community have a land. And you say you want to teach the community how to eat well. You say that no, you make a demonstration. You will go to the market, you will buy. You don't forget, you can also propose during that activity obesity-free screening. I know that making obesity-free screening is not expensive from us, okay? You just need to have your skills, like electronic skills and you have the app that can bring you all information, okay? So the person just come, you take the weight, the height, and take all the information. So you explain him, and then they will be very interested, because I did that. They were really interested. Hey, it's like that. You say yes. From this, I considered you as an obese. Okay, you have to be careful. Or you say, and from that you see that all those people will be together. Okay, when you say that it's come from demonstration, something that you can get them involved for that demonstration. You say, okay, Mama, let's show me how you used to cut tomato. She will be happy. She will come and cut tomato. And even if the first day you don't have a big people, if your activity is impactful, okay, the information will go and go and go, and say that next month you have the same activity. You will see they will be there, okay, elders and young, they will be there. Because when you cook we made that small cook demonstration on health food and explain how they can do. And when you finish to cook that small meal, okay, you are sharing together, showing how to make a good salad, explain that it's healthy is not a case of expensive or a lot of money. No, it's just a lot of a choice of a good food in the market. Good veggies, good fruits, know how to go to make your market and explain so that tomorrow, even if you tell them that when you come tomorrow, bring a small ingredient so that we prepare something, you will see there will be plenty, there will be too much on your events, and you will see that you connect a lot of people talking about NCDs. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, we have one next question here is in what ways does working together across generations foster emotional healing or strengthening personal identity?
I didn't get your question very well. Can you repeat?
Okay. Oh, yeah, sure. No worries. Okay. The question is asking, like, in what ways, working together, these two generations, they can foster emotional healing or strengthening personal identity.
Mhm. Um, what I can say is that you need to take from elders, and elder need to take from the young people for youth. Okay, and as as say earlier, it's a kind of bridge. This is a link. Before you become a old person, you are a young. This old person was young like you and maybe have more experience about life than you. So don't close door about sharing ideas. You will come tomorrow and see an elder who used to take his own medicines or always already have his own habits to know how to be healthier or heal himself without drinking these modern medicines, these drugs. And you come and you want to convince him by forcing him and telling him that making an holistic treatment is not a solution. I think at the moment you get blocked because we say, what are you come and say? What do you know about life that I don't know? Because if I'm old, it means that I know myself better than you. And don't forget that actually young people died more than elders. In my country, you cannot spend more than 2 months without knowing that there is a young man who died because of cardiovascular disease. Okay, that you have to be together. You have to know. I'm someone who promotes good health, promoting healthy food choice. Okay, advocating for NCDs. That not give me the right when I'm speaking to my elders to not listen to them. Don't forget that most of drugs that we are taking come from plants. Okay, I don't know if all, but some. So let's use to be simple as that. There is something that we have lost is in some community before we have what we call it. I don't know how the expression in English. I'm sorry, but in French we call it l'arbre à palabres. L'arbre à palabres is a kind of tree when you have the two generations together sharing everything. stories, experience, life, sometimes they explain many things to kids, to young, to maybe other elders. So always, this is a kind of acceptance and respectful. That all. This is what I can say. Listen, listen more and talk less with elders. Listen more and talk. Don't talk too much with elders and listen too much. You are not obliged to take all. Okay, you just take the necessary things that they are sharing with you, and you can explain to him what they need to know, not what you want to tell them, but what they need to know. Thank you. I hope I answer.
Yeah, it was really great. Yeah, definitely listening to them, that's really helped in talking by ourselves or taking, speaking most about our what we do. Okay, so that was great. So the next question is from Sajjad. He is from Bangladesh. He has asked that have we seen any real changes in habits or lifestyles in the community since youth and elders started working together?
Oh, of course. Yes, I will say yes. Let me explain this. During one of my campaign, um, I have to make an awareness in one community, going around some community in my town. And then what I did is I always make my awareness with a free screening. I combine the two. It can be diabetic free screening, obesity, and blood pressure. So when I did that, at the end, I have a discussion with them, education, and we have a list of the name, and we know who have the high glycemia, who have a problem of hypertension. And what we do is we link them to the district concern. And what we do is we don't let it like that. We don't let it like that. Tomorrow, when we know that, okay, I give Mr. X his name to the community, to the district, I will come in 1 month after. That month, I create another awareness, which is uh, food choice or healthy food choice education. Okay, I bring a nutritionist, a dietitian. The dietitian will explain to them how to change their habits, how to do making sport. I have a coach, a fitness coach. When I organize a sport activity, I always make my activity for free. I know that for free, I have a lot of participants because when people start to say that, okay, you have to give something, they have become reticent. But when you say, okay, this is free, they are come. Okay. And the first day you can come and see that there is not too much people, but the second day you see them, there are a lot, they are coming. And now, during that, you also have this dietitian who explain them how to eat, how to do. Okay. I always take the example of my father. When it's not fine, because I'm the one who used to check his glycemia, checking his hypertension. When I see that there is something that not good, because sometimes it's not listening, drinking, eating, and okay, I am the one who following every time if there is something not good. And when we see I change this directly. What I notice is that during that campaign, when I go to the district like 3 months after, you see that the glycemia become normal. Okay, the glycemia to that person become normal. We have their numbers and contact him, and we have another discussion. And so they explain, because when he go in at home, he explained to his wife that no, as from now, please cook this kind of food for me. This is what I learned. Okay, yes, it's possible, but you need to have the right way to explain. It's not by force. You don't have to force people, because you don't have to block them. You don't have to restrict them to say that no, it's not. We are not saying to that person that they don't need to get pleasure. Don't break everything. We need all kind of nutriment for our health. We need kind of nutriment. The problem now with that nutriment is that avoid the excess. No excess when you are eating, no excess when you are drinking, no excess when you are eating fat or something else. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Anglo, for the nice answer for the question. Okay, as the last question, I would like to ask that what advice would you give to a young leader or organization who are looking to start a similar project in their country or their community, especially in rural or some hard areas to reach out?
I'm very happy because you are talking about rural, some remote area. Like today, I'm coming from a remote area, putting my my shoes inside the mud. Okay, but when you go there, you're happy because you are touching people that are very, very far inside the community. How can you do it? Let me tell you that each community have a leader, and the leader have to be involved. Without a leader, you cannot get inside. And in that same community, you have what we call an influencer. Okay, that influencer is the one who can facilitate you the discussion, the one that everyone listen no matter what. You have to get involved in your project. You have to go there. Don't please. I don't know how you do it in other countries, but here in my country, don't go there with empty hand. You can go with a small package. Go and see the chief, what we used to call the leader of the community, and bring to him a project. Well structure your project. Be sure that your project will not have any impact in that community program, because there are some rural area, they already have their program. They know that in the morning, like here in Cameroon, they know that in the morning from 6 a.m. to maybe for those who are working hard for 4 to 4 p.m. they are in I don't know how can I call it, shang and angry. They are working their land. They are working land. Okay, agriculture. They are working their land. Other are going to the market. You cannot come and decide. No, the leaders can contact other leaders. Now, if it is a health program, what I used to do is I see the district mobilize the community health workers, and the community health workers, I train them. And when I train them, I send them to the field. When they go to the field, they mobilize community with the leaders of that community, with the influencer of that community. You have the leaders of youth, you have a leader of elders, you have the leader of the community of all those leaders. You have the woman leaders, you have the church leaders. Okay, they can mobilize all of them. Well structure your project. Don't make a project just because you want to make a project to have an impact in the community, to fight against NCDs and link elders and youth. No, don't do that. You have to go to see the leaders of that community, know how the community is used, have their habits, their tradition, their culture. How can you bring this project end without any bad influence to them, so that it can easily go inside the community? Always involve leaders when we are making your project inside a community, by knowing their habits and knowing how to function. And I promise you, your project will be good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for answering the question, dear Ngla. So as we're closing the session, if you'd like to say something, or I can close the session.
Okay, I will just say something. That small thing is that more we are going, more what we consume, what we are eating, become our killer. Okay, what we are eating become our killer. We have to be careful, because our habits will be our kids' habits. Okay, let's make sure that they grow with good habits, with good example. You are his example. Okay, we are their example. We have to be careful. And now for our elders, let's always go to them. Don't abandon them. Bring them with you if it's possible. You can see now on social media, you are seeing that there are some elders that are influencer. Okay. I think there is one in USA. I think she have 80 years old. And she's influencer with more than 1 million followers. So let's teach them what they have to know. Let's learn from them what we need to learn to grow, and make sure that we let a good legacy to our kids for the future. We have to very be careful. We have to take a lot of food, have a lot of chemical things, a lot of bad products inside there, a lot of sugar, and it's not all mentioned inside the product. Okay, it's not inside, not mentioned. So we have to promote a homemade food. Okay, we have to think about us and be sure that our kids also raised with a good habit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. I love the idea. Okay, so as we come to the end of this session, I just want to say thank you to you, dear Ongla, for sharing this amazing presentation, and also to all the participants who show up, who engaged, and also who are caring about community wellness. So what we learned today, it reminds us that real change doesn't require big money or loud voices, but it starts with people working together across generations, so we can help and also lead. So let's keep growing together, everyone, and keep showing up for our communities with purpose, with power, and with heart. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you again, Ms. Onglawa, for the amazing presentation. And we will see you all in the next session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session.
Thank you. Thank you, Makhab. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Angla.
Thank you.